All right, we are live. Thank you so much. What is your name?
Reverend Susan Hernandez.
From the city of
Anaheim.
Orange County, California. And your name is?
Jim Morihel from Anaheim, California.
Okay. And she's reading a book. She's reading Paula's book right now. And she's busy right now. Okay. So tell us a little bit of the history of Anaheim, of the Mexican American, Chicanos, Chicanas, Tango, Gabrieleños here in Anaheim. And the year now, everybody, is 2025. And we're in the month of August 5th. Two birthdays today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Well, my family was here in Anaheim in about 1880. They came to Anaheim, and that was on my grandpa's side. On my mom's side, they came here in 1900, and they lived in the Colonia Independencia. It would be, I guess, that would be South Anaheim.
The incorporated area of Anaheim.
Unincorporated area of Anaheim, and then they also lived in La Conga, which was behind the La Palma Stadium, La Palma Park. There was a Mexican neighborhood there, and they tore it down in the 60s. Yeah. So that's where. And I have a 1930 census.
Let's see this. This is important, guys. We're here at the Untold bookstore in Anaheim.
1930 census has all the houses and of the Mexican neighborhood. Yes.
And what year is this again? Of all this
1930.
1930s, guys. So in the 1920s, the Ku Klux Klan, right? The colonist Ku Klux Klan used to run the city at the city council. But now in the 1930s, things started getting crazy, wild. The Pachucos and the Marines. But later, things happen. Anyways, but so more back to the history of the familia. So you're like fourth generation, second, third, fifth generation.
I'm the fifth generation.
Fifth generation.
Your, her mother, Susan's mother, was born in Anaheim. She was born in 1920.
1920.
1920.
My grandfather came in 1912, and we're not sure when my grandmother came. At least by 1919, I think here. And my mother was born in 1920 there in La Conga also.
La Conga is an old Mexican Chicano barrio that is on La Palma and Olive, correct? There's apartments in that little corner, right?
No, that was where the Mexican school was.
Oh, the Mexican school. So there was a Mexican school there.
That's where my mother attended. The Mexican kids were sent to that school separately.
Barrio La Fábrica, right?
And yes, it's in La Fábrica. That was on Olive Street and La Palma.
Okay.
And you can find pictures of it in the Heritage Room
At
the library.
Or the museo here in downtown
Yes,
Anaheim
the museo.
on Center Street. So I wanted to ask you, that was so the Mendez case. This happened later, years after,
Yes.
of when this school got taken down.
That school was open in 1920. And
Okay.
they closed it in 1949, I think it was. That was the last time they used it.
Wow, 1949.
Yeah.
Interesting. It reminded me of 1848, almost like 1849, but no, 1949. 1848 was the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo and etc., right? But okay, interesting. So in Anaheim High School, the majority of people, when you guys went there, you guys are class of 1970,
72,
72
71.
and 71. At that time, that was always known as the Mexican school, Anaheim High School, también also, correct?
Not really. We just considered it as our high school. That's all. We never.
Okay. So there wasn't racial segregation?
I think though it was probably known like that because it was in the old part of town, and that's where all the Mexicans used to live. So most of the Mexicans went there because we lived here.
I get
And
it.
then when they made the other schools, there weren't as many Mexicanos over there.
Exactly.
Now
Oh.
it's changed.
So now it's changed. Now, so how has it changed now? Tell us. In 2025, I know it has a lot.
Catella probably has 60 or 70% Latino.
80%
80%
Mexican American, Hispanic, Latinos, Chicanos in Catella High School now.
And Loera has them too.
The 80%, 85%.
Catella.
Savannah, Catella, Anaheim High School,
Magnolia.
99.9% now.
Yeah, Magnolia.
Magnolia, Western,
Yeah.
Dell. What other ones? Anaheim Hills, guess what? The Comanche Warriors, they're taking that name down because a Native American tribe called the Comanches sued the Orange Unified High School District because they never asked them for permission to use her as a mascot. Plus, we're not mascots. Native people were not mascots. And so they're getting rid of it, and they're going to call it another name, something good, you know? My point is, it's changed. There's a lot of people of color, Chicanos, 5 generations. Fullerton Indians, yes, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Fullerton Indians is getting taken down to. Now it's going to be called the Buffalo, the Buffalo, because a lot of the tribes here didn't allow that to be called that way. Fullerton Indians will be Buffalo, and Anaheim High School, we got rid of the mascot. Thank you, because we can't have a colonist, conquistador, or a pilgrim with guns because of killing of our people here in Anaheim. It's been a lot of history since the Ku Klux Klan. The Ku Klux Klan were active in the 1920s, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. But not no more that we know of. With hoodies.
Well, we had the
I'll say it. They're still around, but I know you guys are still around.
they had that protest not too long. Was it about 4 years ago where they had that riot right there at La Palma?
Oh yes, there was the big anti-Trump Day. They call it King's Day, anti-King's Day. There was a big protest,
No,
10,000
not
people.
that
Oh, not that one.
Oh, when the Klan wanted to come back and march?
What?
They wanted to march here.
Oh, that was.
100th anniversary, something like that.
Yeah, the anniversary of the big. They had an anniversary over here at Pearson Park, right here on this.
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't
They
know.
had the police and they had Chicanos came out and they fought with them. They were fighting.
Oh,
Yeah.
6-7 years ago. Yes, there's a video. So what they're saying is there's a video 6-7 years ago. I was actually at one of the Indian reservations when that happened. That was during the COVID, correct? The fight, yeah, around there. So what they're saying, everybody watching, our followers, subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe. Make a comment. Make your donations. This is what we need here. These untold stories. These are like our elders telling us stories. The Mexican American, Chicanos, Chicanas, Mexican American / Hispanic Latino that are telling us history of like from back then to now. And what happened is I watched the video, and so there was a group of people of color. We even had our white allies, our white brothers and sisters joining our people, the Black Lives Matter movement and the White Democracy Group. And I guess there's some punkers and like rock stars. Hey, rock stars. But they were there protesting against the Ku Klux Klan, the skinheads. And there was a video and you did see them fighting. But it wasn't our people starting the fights. It was the skinhead KKK people starting the fights. And they stabbed. In the video, you shows using the American flag, the pole, stabbing somebody. And sadly, they took our people to jail in Anaheim PD. They didn't take the colonist people, the Ku Klux Klan colonists, Nazis, skinheads with the poles. So that's what they're saying. Look into it. Don't believe everything we say, but it is true what they're saying and what I'm saying, what we're saying. There's a YouTube video. But now back to the history of Anaheim High School. So there was no segregation because the majority of students were all brown people, correct? In your years.
In the 70s?
Yes.
Pretty
Brown.
I don't think that we were the majority.
Oh no?
No.
Oh,
not in the
still? Oh,
70s.
really? But now in 2025, it's like,
Right.
whoo, maybe that's why Trump's mad. Any other history about this paperwork is very important. What's this book right here? Mexican American Baseball. Let's talk about that since we have the Angel Los Angelitos here.
Well, this was a Latino that he went to Anaheim High School, and he was a pitcher. And I'm trying to. What is
We
it?
are at the Untold Bookstore, everybody. Untold Bookstore, new store here in downtown Anaheim. Lincoln and Anaheim Boulevard, Cypress Street.
Find what his name was.
Okay. So he's looking for this. This is our elders here in the city of Anaheim that lived here for many years. They've seen changes. They're 5 generations in the family. And for all our viewers, Mexicans are ancestors of different tribes, even including Tangwa Gabrielinos, like Virginia Carmelo, a good elder in our community. We help support her to represent a letter to get rid of the name of the colonists, not just the mascot. They got rid of the mascot. Thank you, Al Jabbar, Maestra Liz. But they didn't get rid of the name, so we're still fighting for that with no violence. Violence is not the way. It's only with education and places like this where we can read books, like what he's looking for right now in the book. So please know your knowledge. Mexica is one of the Aztec tribes, and the Tangwa, the Ahachiman, and the Mexica, the Hopi, the Utes, the Paiutes, the Nahuapipils, they all speak under the Uto Aztec Nahuatl. So if you're Chicana, you speak part of that Nahuatl language, like Taco, Cholo, Chipotle, Chichitos, and now we're Seattle too, Michigan,
That was
Wisconsin.
the Mexican school.
There is the Mexican school, guys. This is, the on La Palma and Olive?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I've never read this book. I need to, and Jerry Padilla, you never taught us this in Mexican studies, Rodella, but why don't you teach us this, besides Native American history? Wow, look at this. This is Anaheim, and this is
The
on,
authors of this Well, Angie Vena went to high school with us.
Okay.
Anaheim High School.
Oh, see, so what's her name?
Angie Vena.
Angela Angela Velas,
Angelina
shout out to
Vena.
you for writing this book, and I hope we have some type of monument at that La Palma, or maybe we can't do it because there's already apartments there, but maybe some mural or something with the history of what they're sharing. But we sure need a monument at the Sycamore pool because they didn't allow the brown people with the white people inside the pool on Sundays, correct?
That was the only day they were able to swim. The day before they drained the pool, before they cleaned it, that's when there was Mexicans and anyone else who wasn't white could come and swim in the pool in that time.
And they wouldn't clean the pool; they would leave it dirty.
No,
I heard.
that's they got all the dirty water.
That's-
And my mother told me that the Mexicans also were not allowed to go into the picnic area of the park. They had to stay in the front, and there was a policeman there to make sure that they did not cross.
50,000 watching right now. Please subscribe. Oh, he wants to share something.
He's Ray Ortez. Ray Ortez.
Ray Ortez. There's a name. You can barely see it, but Ray Ortez, Mexican American baseballs in Orange County. See, this is the history that we need to learn from elders so we can pass it on how the colonists, settlers treated us back in the days. That's why we need to support our elders, Chicano, Mexican American, Hispanic, Latino, Latinos, whatever you consider yourself. It doesn't matter. We're all human, like Laura from Gilbert High School said. I also want to give a shout out to Citlali. She spoke at Anaheim High School. She was wearing her traditional, she's the daughter of Virginia Carmelo, that wrote the letter to get rid of the school name Collins. Yeah, Virginia, Ginger. Hey, they know you as Ginger. That's cool. I didn't know that. Hello, Ginger.
Ginger's parents.
Oh, you knew his parents too, huh? Beautiful. So,
She was, her mother was my grandmother's comadre.
oh, see? And I asked him too, brother, I know you're native. What tribe? And I know they have ancestry of the Gabrielinos Tango. But see, when the Spanish settlers came, it's a long story. It's another untold story. We'll see chapter 2. I'm going to have to end this in 3-4 minutes, but we got to get everything we could right now. So less of me and more of them.
Okay. There was one story my aunt Pauline said. She was born in 1916 in Anaheim, and she went to Lincoln School. And she said one time she was eating they used to put trenzas on her.
Oh.
And a big old bow on her head. And they took her bow off, the white kids.
Oh.
And then she was eating her, well, they were called tacos back then, but they were burritos.
Okay.
And with the tortilla and her beans, and she was eating them outside, and they made fun of her. They were making fun of her because so she used to go and hide behind the buildings so she could eat her burritos because she didn't want to be.
That makes me almost want to cry. It reminds me of me when I was putting lime on my skin to be white. I was ashamed of being brown, but my grandpa was the FBI, full-blooded Indian, and he would always tell me when he would watch the Cowboys and Indians, like every time the natives, we would fight and kill the cowboy, vaquero colonists, you'd get, attaboy. Ahora sí hablas inglés, well, yeah, because we won. Look, we're killing we're fighting against the colonists. But don't kill nobody, no violence. That's an interesting story. I was ashamed of being brown. I would put limon on my skin. My grandma was a little like your skin, más clarita. She was mixed with European and native because of the colonists of what they did, the rape and stuff like that. But anyways, but I never knew we had native blood. So I meet all these elders and I start learning my history. But these stories, I've never knew this story that they went to Lincoln and they did at Lincoln Elementary School. Yeah. Wow.
There was a movie theater downtown called the Fairyland, and the Mexicans had to sit up in the balcony. And Jimmy's father told us one time that he told Jimmy that they didn't mind that because they would throw gum and popcorn down in the white people on the first floor.
Oh my goodness! Welcome, sister. Welcome. See, we're here live on Untold Stories, so we have a lot of people coming through. Please come through. See, these stories are important, and I have. Well, we're going at 14. You know what? Let's go to 20 minutes. I think the camera's going to allow me to do 20 minutes. If that's okay with you guys. But that story really shocked me. I never heard of a story. A native woman, tenía sus braids, traditional braids. Obviously, the braids is native to our people, And the trenzas is very ancient. And the chongos comes from the Hopi, the Nahua Mexica, and many other tribes. Yeah. And we're standing on traditional lands of the Tangwa, Tangwar, Quiche, whatever is politically correct, Gabrielinos in Anaheim. And all the way to Anaheim Hills, that's also a sacred site, and that's a burial ground right there by the dam. There's a tribe protesting against the dam. So let's learn about this. Come to the Untold Bookstore to meet people like them. Any other stories like that or anything you guys want to share? Because you never know. We're in the physical world. But anyways.
All over at the Mexican school, they weren't allowed to speak Spanish. They had to speak English. If they spoke English, they would get punished.
They spoke Spanish.
If they spoke Spanish, they got punished.
Yes.
See, that's another example. See, I'm not crazy when we go to the school board, the city council, parks and recreations, police review board. We educate all these non-natives and we tell them, hey, you know, there was racism here. No, there wasn't. Or we're going to get rid of the colonist name because of the racism that they did at the pool and blah, blah, blah. No, you're not, Masa. You're not going to get rid of that name. We're going to do it with no violence. Education. Elders have these keys. It's of history. And so when you said that, they didn't allow them to speak Spanish, really?
Right.
So what would happen? ¿Te echaban chile en la boca? ¿These colonists? ¿Qué te
I
hacían?
would hit them.
What? Are you?
They would hit them. My mother said that they got punished.
That reminds me of the Native American boarding schools. The same thing. They weren't allowed to speak Tangwa, Hopi, Nahua, Mixteco, Zapoteco, Mayan, Chumash, and Yurok, and Quetzal, and Tohono Yaqui, all over the Americas before the colonist borders.
Didn't you hear that Trump said that English is the official language?
I did, but I want to ignore that, guys. Ese es un diablo.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But you know what? A lot of the Spanish words we speak, guys, everybody, chavalitos, chavalitas watching, like when you say taco, that's a Nahua word. Chipotle, aguacate, tío, Seattle, Wisconsin, cholo, chola. It doesn't mean what we know now, but cholo comes from Choloani, or in Peru, la cholitos. Cholitas are like the little beanies. So you know, learn the history. Tapatio, there's a story behind Tapatio. It's really, the Tapatio with green eyes was a colonizer that did a lot of things, bad things to our women. We're not going to get into details, because we might have a young audience under 18, but just learn your history, ask your parents and grandparents information. But the Nahuatl words that we speak, we think it's Spanish, it's not Spanish. But see, the colonists did not allow us to speak Mexicano, it would be correct, or Spanish, and then it was the English colonists that did not allow us. That's what we're asking you to please start working as teachers, educators, Congressman Luke Correa, support us. Thank you, Gustavo Riano, Natalie Bacalba, and all of you. Please learn more of Native American history. And obviously, we have people like them they're older than you, Congressman Correa and Natalie and everybody. We learn from them. And together, with the prayer, like a tobacco prayer, we can heal and learn. And one way to heal is to learn and hear stories like that. And add these wording instructors, put it in your school curriculum, even about Toy Purina, a Native women warrior that fought against the missions, the colonist settler missions, because they didn't allow